Hey, we're back. Dr. Z, it's just the two of us today.
It's just the two of us, and we have a new segment.
All right, what are we talking about?
Self-care.
All
We are
right.
talking about self-care and energy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So get us rolling.
Yeah. So I want to start with a quote from
Okay.
Maria Nemeth. She actually wrote a book called Mastering Life's Energies. And the quote says that Mastering Life's Energy discusses the use of 6 kinds of energy to make things happen in everyday life. Because we know energy is pretty much the ability to do work. And so those energies that she identified are money, time, physical vitality, creativity, enjoyment, and support. Now, I wanted to add a 7th energy, gratitude.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, we have this book called The Magic that both of us have been reading and been doing. Yeah. And it's daily gratitude activities that you do to really help to bring gratitude to the forefront. And we are going to do a segment, I think, where we'll talk more about gratitude.
Yeah.
Because it is really powerful. But just in terms of energy, I wanted to focus on physical vitality. Because I talk about we all want to improve our finances. So we know that money is an energy. We all want to have more time to spend with the people that we love or do the things that we enjoy. So we can see time is an important energy.
Right.
And also the physical vitality and physical health, because that enables our bodies to actually do the things that are most important to us, to be as healthy as possible, to cook, to clean our house, just the most basic things. We need energy for that.
Yeah.
And we need to feel our healthiest in order to get the things done that we want.
Right.
So I put into ChatGPT.
Okay.
How is self-care related to physical vitality?
What did it say?
And it came up with 6 different areas to focus on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So do you want to hear the first one?
Sure. Lay it on me.
The first one said physical maintenance. Regular self-care activities like proper nutrition, hydration, exercise, and adequate sleep directly contribute to the maintenance and enhancement of physical vitality. A well-nourished and rested body is more resilient and energetic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, right? That's really powerful. And so, many times we think about self-care as maybe spa days and going and getting massages, but really exercising and rest, sleep, that is also part of self-care. And then number 5 actually is rest and recovery. So we'll just go right there.
Okay.
It said periodic rest and relaxation as part of self-care. Give the body the chance to repair and rejuvenate, ensuring that physical vitality is maintained. So both of us go to the gym on a regular basis, but definitely after we come back from the gym, we give our body time to rest.
Yeah.
Right? We often I feel sleepy when I get back from the gym. Definitely hungry, need to eat something. So yeah, our bodies require rest and relaxation. And many times we've shown how people that don't get enough adequate sleep often have health issues because of that.
Right.
So that is an important thing. Many times we try to push ourselves so hard, and people pride themselves. How often have you heard people pride themselves? Oh, I can get by on 5 hours of sleep. I can get by on 4 hours of sleep. But it's detrimental. It has a cost. We may not notice it in the short run, but on the long term, in the long run, that's where we see the effects. The second one was stress reduction.
Okay.
Chronic stress can have detrimental effects on the body, reducing physical vitality. Activities like meditation, deep breathing exercises, and spending time in nature can help to manage and reduce stress, thereby preserving physical energy. And I really like that deep breathing. I did a couple of sessions now, breathwork
Yeah.
sessions. And in one of them, I actually teared up. I
Wow.
got a little emotional
Mm-hmm.
just through deep breathing. Who knew?
Wow.
And I also like to swim. I think people that swim now, I know you swim, but I don't know if you actually
I just kind of
put
float
your
around.
head. Yeah, you don't put your head under the water. But there's something powerful just about taking a deep breath.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I think I've talked to people, maybe like smokers too. Some of the benefits, that people say, oh, when they smoke, it's reduces stress and all of that kind of thing.
That's because they're taking a big drag
They're
off the smoke and taking
taking
a big.
a big breath.
Yeah.
I think so much of that
Yeah.
is just breathing.
Yeah.
And so there's so much power in breathing. And so if you can get into a breathwork session, I would highly recommend it because they are powerful. And you can just go on YouTube too.
Yeah.
There are YouTube videos where you can go and they will take you through a breathwork session. And I've done that too. And it's really powerful. And it does boost your energy.
Yeah. Google it.
Yeah. I have a lot more energy when I do that. So number 3 is prevention of illness.
Mm.
It says self-care practices such as regular medical checkups, good hygiene, and avoiding harmful habits like smoking or excessive alcohol consumption
Mm-hmm.
can prevent illness that might drain physical vitality. Yeah. And that's for sure. Yeah, definitely staying up to date on our medical checkups. And just practicing good health and taking care of our bodies. That goes back to the gratitude.
Yeah.
So many of us, we focus so much on the things about our bodies that we don't like, and we totally disregard the great and amazing things that our bodies do.
Yeah.
Do.
Do. Not that kind of doo-doo.
That we take for granted. But really, it's like the more that we love our bodies, the more that we take care of our bodies, the more that we cherish our bodies, the longer our bodies stick around.
Yeah.
and help us. I always say our bodies are like our best friends. They want to help us.
Mm-hmm.
And so, how are we helping our bodies?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. So number 4, emotional balance.
Okay.
Yeah. We know our emotions are energy.
Yeah.
And the more that we can stay in positive emotions, really, it's those negative emotions that drain our energy. Think about it: frustration, confusion, just sadness. I mean, even when you say the word, you can feel the heaviness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas when you think about joy, when you think about gratitude, when you think about appreciation, love, it just raises our vibration.
Yeah. That's why I don't like to watch the news, because it's so negative and there's so much negativity in the world that it's hard it kind of gets drilled into us.
Yeah. Yeah.
We really have to be aware of that and make sure that we keep that at a distance as much as we can.
Absolutely.
And that's why the gratitude piece is so important.
Yeah. And really be mindful and careful about what we are looking at. I mean, I still think about, now with the body cams, we're actually watching people dying, being murdered on television. And that affects us. That affects our soul. I mean, as a medical examiner, I have to say every now and again I go on scenes and I physically have to prepare myself for what I'm going to view, and just put a hedge of protection around myself, because it's not going to be something that I see in my regular day-to-day life. And so I have to physically prepare myself.
There's a reason why law enforcement keeps people at a distance, because we don't need to see all that kind of stuff. No. It's very traumatic.
No. And we don't even realize the effects, again, long-term effects. You don't see it in the moment, but yet it shows up, it creeps up. And if you're not in your body, if you're not keeping tabs on where your emotions are, they can wreak havoc.
Yeah.
They can absolutely wreak havoc. So this is what it says about emotional balance. Emotional health is intertwined with physical well-being.
Mm-hmm.
Taking time for emotional self-care, like journaling, therapy, engaging in hobbies, can lead to a more balanced emotional state, which in turn can positively impact physical vitality.
Make being grateful a daily habit is very powerful.
Absolutely. And it does. It just helps you, even when you're going to go to the gym, to just thinking positive thoughts and anticipating having a great workout.
There's so many things that we can be grateful for, the little things, right? Yeah. A warm wash rag to wipe your face, or, a warm dish rag or just hot water to do the dishes with. It's something simple, right? That we just we take all these things for granted.
Indoor plumbing.
We live in a nice, quiet place.
Yeah.
I love the quiet. The fact that we live in a quiet place. It's simple things like that. If you really put your mind to it, you could come up with in a day at least 50, probably 100 things that you could be grateful for.
I'd be grateful for sure. And then the last one, number 6, is the mind-body connection. Not only enhance physical vitality through movement, but also emphasize the connection between mind and body, which can enhance overall well-being. Yeah, so like I was saying, checking in with your body, especially as physicians, it's easy to just go.
Yeah.
Every 15 minutes, I got another patient. And it's like we never check in with ourselves to see, how am I doing on the inside? And then what happens, we go home and then we got family members. And so I would see this a lot, where after everybody's gone to sleep at night, that was when some of my clients, would tend to eat, and overeat in the evening, because that was the time when they could finally check in, and their body was like so drained that it just needed comfort. And really what it wanted was just to check in. But because we're so habitually tuned into filling that void with food.
Yeah.
And one thing which I wanted to mention is about fear. The more that we can tune into self-care and learn how to regulate our own emotional systems, our own nervous system, we're not as prone to fears.
Yeah.
And I talk about, there's a fear of the unknown, which we understand. But I said there's another fear, which I don't know if maybe this may not be the right thing to call it a fear, but there's also a fear of the known. And what I mean by that is where we recreate a past fear or a past hurt or a past disappointment and bring them into a current circumstance. So in particular, in relationships, I always tell myself as a medical examiner, everybody is different. And that's kind of funny, but I can't necessarily bring the experience that I had from one autopsy to another. There may be overlap, but I have to always remind myself this is a different body.
Yeah.
And so it's the same thing whenever the past is the past. No matter how much we may think we can recreate it or even try to recreate it, it's never exactly the same.
Yeah.
And so even though we are maybe now in a new relationship with a new person, and we may see a pattern, we don't have to give into the fear that we're recreating a situation or a circumstance. And the more that we can be in tune with ourselves, with our bodies, with our emotions through self-care, the more that we can alleviate this fear of recreating the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People, these are great tips, great stuff to work on. I just said some key words to work on. So what's the magic ingredient? Action. You have to take action. Yeah. If you're going to make changes in your life, it requires action. The magic book that you spoke of, that's a 28-day challenge. It requires action every day. What am I grateful for? 10 gratitudes every day. Things of this nature. These are the things that we have to do moving forward if we want to change our lives. Take the appropriate action at the right time.
And remember that it's a practice. Daily.
Yeah.
Daily practice. It's not like we climb to the top of the mountain and all of a sudden it's over with. No. It's like every day we have to do a little bit of something. It's like a muscle. If we never exercise that muscle, it starts to atrophy.
We all are a work in progress.
Yes,
absolutely. Every day there's things we can be working on to get better, to make our lives better, to create a better quality of life. Yes. Anything else to add, or are we done?
Yeah, I think that's a wrap for today. So thank you all for listening.
All right, that's a wrap. And as always, thank you in advance.
Just thinking and growing and learning and knowing and thinking and growing and learning and knowing. Yeah. Just thinking and growing and learning and knowing and thinking and growing and learning and knowing. Yeah. Yeah, we're thinking and growing and learning and knowing and thinking and growing and learning and knowing. Yeah. We're thinking and growing and learning and knowing and thinking and growing and learning and knowing. Yeah. We're thinking